What is going on, my friends, and welcome back to another video here on the channel. Well, in today's video, we are going to be going over ByBit and really focusing in on their VIP program because I've been paying a lot of attention to it. I've actually gotten myself into it, and I am extremely happy with the opportunities and the things that come with it. A ton of different perks, and it is something I wanted to share with you today. Now, as you all do know, I am an affiliate of ByBit, something I have been for a couple years now, and I really wanted to talk about this because I think some of you that I've met over in the school and here on the channel would benefit from it a ton. So with that said, look, let's not waste any more time at all, and let's get straight into it. Now, as you all know, ByBit it's like top 5, one of the biggest exchanges in the world, especially when it comes to leverage trading. I mean, they have basically everything that you can imagine, from peer-to-peer trading, from futures trading, spot trading, demo trading, copy trading. I mean, everything that you could possibly imagine. They're now also starting to integrate some of the different AI models. It has just about everything. I mean, they've checked all the boxes, and there's a reason why they've been here since 2021, 2022, 2023. They survived the FTX crash. They survived all that. Now, I've talked about ByBit here on the channel before, so I don't need even to really go super deep into some of the different fine details of them. But in general, as I mentioned before, this is a platform that you can do anything for the most part that you want to do on. But as I mentioned before, what I specifically wanted to dive into today is what they've been, have going on with this VIP program, because I feel this is something that's been around for a while, but I do feel as if over just the last couple months, it's really started to get a lot more popular. People are starting to get more confident. They're trading. And although I am someone who says, listen, if you don't know how to leverage trade, don't leverage trade. I know a lot of you here on the channel trade big money and you do a lot of trading. And this is something that's tailored almost specifically for you. Now, what you need to know about the VIP program is that there are a ton of benefits, and I want to share some of those benefits with you here to show you why not only I am now a VIP partner, but I do think some of you might want to check this out because the registration is actually super easy. Now, first and foremost, let's go over some of the benefits. First of all, in the VIP program over on ByBit, you get lower fees and interest rates. Now, this may not seem appealing to people who don't trade as much, but if you trade a lot of money, you start to recognize that those fees, even 0.1%, 0.01%, the smallest amount of fees make a huge difference in terms of your trading. Because if you're trading $5 million, $10 million on a daily basis, 0.01% adds up very, very fast. And what you can see here is that on ByBit as a VIP partner, you can actually take fees as low as 0.03% when you trade derivatives, which is absolutely insane. Now, that alone was what kind of incentivized me to try to get into the program. But in addition to that, there's actually a ton that comes with it. Now, to go kind of out of order real quick, because I actually do think it's the second most important thing here, you actually get priority access to customer support, in which VIP people in the program are actually capable of getting their own assigned customer support rep. And this allows you to get responses within a couple minutes. Because listen, I've traded on so many platforms and I've had problems with getting people like, hey, my limit order didn't fill. What happened? And I don't know what happened, or I got liquidated and I shouldn't have gotten liquidated. And I'll send them a message and it takes 2 or 3 days. And by 2 or 3 days, guys, I'm mad at that point, right? And so having your own customer support rep allows you to get those answers fast. And that's what I like. Now, in addition to that, you get industry insight reports, so you get a little bit of extra value to assist with your trades. There's invitations to offline events. So, for example, I know they have done some stuff at some of the big events like Token 2049s. I think some of the Vegas events as well. So there are some invites there as well. There are VIP only campaigns in which, how some exchanges will do, for the next 30 days, you can trade and get access to this or that or win this or whatever. There's actually VIP only campaigns, which is great because the VIP pool is much smaller because it's harder to get in, meaning that you have a bit of a higher chance of winning that. Welcome and birthday gifts and just things of that nature. Now, what really gets exciting though is this: higher API and withdrawal limits. So for those of you who do some big trading, you all know one of the most annoying things that possibly happens is, say you earn 50K, 100K, 150K, 250K, whatever it may be, and then you want to go to withdraw. Now you got to withdraw 10,000 a day or 15,000 or 20,000, 25,000 a day, and it's manual, so you have to wait day by day by day. It might take you literally like 25 days to get your money out, and it's very aggravating. Whereas what they do is not only do they give you a higher API limit, but they do give you higher withdrawal limits in which you can withdraw up to $200,000 per day, which is much, much, much better in comparison to some of the other ones, which I think is great. Now, in addition to that, there's also VIP only benefits for ByBit products. So as you all know, ByBit is not just an exchange. exchange, they also have their own products. So for example, you get instant settlement of up to 10 million with OTC trading, tailored interest rates for crypto loans. You have VIPs enjoy higher chances of winning the token allocation lottery on Web3 IDOs. So anything that ByBit actually does as a platform or a company itself, you also get tailor-made rewards for each one of those things, which I think is beneficial because it's kind of like a pay to win. And if you can't pay to win, you should pay to win. That's the way I see it, at least, which I think is cool. And then coming up on some of the last ones here, there's also a VIP only benefits for fiat, in which you can get up to 50% off transaction fees from one-click buys and become a P2P verified advertiser without deposit requirement, which saves you up some capital, which is fantastic. So overall, some of these different benefits that you can get are just absolutely insane. And the coolest part about it is this is just half of it, because there's a completely other half. Now, what you're going to see is that there is also the opportunity for you to get the ByBit card, in which for selected users only, you can get up to 10% cash back. This is where it gets exciting. Okay, this is where it gets exciting. Because as you all know, I have said pretty consistently that if you are trading, you should be doing everything you can to hedge your losses. And I think that's pretty reasonable. Now, how do you do that? Well, one of the easiest ways to do that is through passive income strategies, right? So if I can go, say, if I'm trading and with 10% of my portfolio, if I can go stake another 20 or 30% and make some passive income on that 20 to 30%, now those small gains, passive gains that I'm making here in this portfolio are mitigating some of the losses that I might be taking in this portfolio or compounding the gains that I'm making in this portfolio. But another way that you can do it, instead of making money, is just spending less money. And it's something people don't even ever really think about. Like, okay, if I can save money, I can make money. And if I can make money, I can hedge losses to make my risk in my overall trading portfolio smaller. And one way you can do that is through things like this, which is the ByBit card. The ByBit card provides you the ability to earn anywhere from 2% to 10% cash back on every transaction that you do. And not only that, there is also up to 100% rebates on selected partners on things like Netflix, Spotify, Prime, ChatGPT, TradingView, and many more. And so the cool part about it is that it's not just as simple as, you can go in and you can just trade and earn some and save on some fees. But if you are a VIP partner, there are opportunities for you to spend less money in your real life, which spending less is saving more is making more. Now, if you do look at some of the benefits, depending on the VIP tier that you're in, depends on the cash back rate you get. So say, for example, if you're VIP 3, you get 4% cash back. You can get a $200 max cash back on a monthly basis, and you can get up to 100,000 reward points, which is absolutely nuts. In terms of that, you can get add-on benefits, such as 100% purchase rebates on things like Netflix, Spotify. You get priority customer support. You get airport lounge access discounts of up to 50%, and you get access to these exclusive experiences, all just using the card as well. So it's not just this stuff that we talked about here, it also comes with all of the benefits of the card. So getting into the VIP program is actually pretty straightforward. It comes down to your asset balance, your net borrowing, and of course your 30-day trading volume. So say, for example, Trader A has an asset balance of $250,000 and a last 30-day derivatives trading volume of $50 million. Trader A will be promoted to VIP level 3 because, as you can see here, this is here to 500K, and then also just depending on the spot trading balances, over 10 million, over 50 million, and over 15 million. So what you would need to do is you need to go look and you need to say, okay, realistically, how much am I capable of depositing? How much would I, on average, be net borrowing, depending on how much leverage trading I'm doing? And then how much am I trading on spot derivatives, options, or structured products? So, for example, if you're somebody who has $500,000 or $400,000, and then you're going to be doing trading volume of over $50 million, it's very ezy for you to crack into VIP 3 or VIP 2, right? Super simple stuff. And if you're a real big trader, getting into VIP 4 or VIP 5 or Supreme gets much, much easier as well. And so with that in mind, it is a very simple process. They don't make it super complicated. They don't make it very hard to understand. If you are someone who wants to trade big and you want to be rewarded very heavily on top of what you're trading, check out that link to ByBit down below. As I mentioned before, I am someone who's finally been able to crack into the VIP program, and what I'm being able to get from the bonuses and the rewards and the incentives and the cashback is absolutely nuts. And I wanted to share that with you all today. I have been kind of wanting to do a lot more of these style of videos where I'm showing you some of the products that I'm using and some of the different exchanges that I'm using. And if you have been enjoying these videos, if you have been getting value from these videos, all I ask from you is to smash that like button, subscribe to the channel down below, and I can't wait to see you in the next one. Peace out, everybody.